Hi guys, this is Alex and welcome to today's video. Today I am drawing an owl, a unicorn owl. I'm still not sure on the title, but I think it's going to be UniOwl. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Today I will be talking about how to come up with ideas because someone asked me about this in a previous video. Admittedly, a lot of my ideas are very random. I do come up with them just randomly, and when I do so, what I can recommend is to write them down. I have this pretty cool rainbow furry notebook with a face on it. It's very strange, but I have that notebook, and in that notebook I write down everything that I find important. For instance, things I have to remember, things I have to improve on, like long-term things, such as maybe my YouTube banner. You get the idea, right? And I write down my ideas in this thing. So any idea that I get that is, you know, randomly popping up in my head, or if I got some idea when talking to someone, or if I got some idea when I saw something, if I had a dream that I got an idea about, I write it down in this book. It is so helpful, you guys. I didn't believe it at first either, but I am very happy that I decided to try and do this because it does really help. I always have something to refer to. This is also where I write down your questions and things to make videos about, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Okay, so I said I would talk about how to actually come up with ideas, and I did promise to do that, so I will. I think the tip that I use the most is the first one, which is to find inspiration. I find inspiration in a lot of things, oftentimes combining different things that I see. For instance, here it's an owl with a unicorn horn, which is, you know, a combination of an owl and a unicorn. It also has glowing eyes because I find that to be very spiritual. And you know, I really went with a lot of mixing of things when I come up with ideas. This is what I do a lot. Also, I find inspiration a lot in real life. If I see something, if I hear something, if I experience something, that can be the source of inspiration. I find a lot of inspiration in animals, obviously, because I love them. I find a lot of inspiration in other people's art and mythology and nature overall. Nature, like landscapes, plants, trees, natural phenomenons, like all these things. Photography really inspires me as well. All these things combined make me able to come up with the ideas that I come up with. So sometimes I just sit in my room and I scroll through my favorites on Deviantart, and it's just so great. I honestly love all of the pieces in there, and I look at them frequently for maybe inspiration, maybe for an idea to see if I can come up with one way to do something. Like maybe I'm inspired by the perspective in one drawing and the colors in another, or the setting in a third. So it all comes together in a bigger picture. My next tip is to challenge yourself to do X concept based on X. So for instance, do a drawing of a person based on a clown. Or do a concept based on clowns in general. You know, different things. Do something. For instance, I did a piece recently, Forgetting. I will plop it into here real quick. And that piece is based on my memory loss. I have a severe memory loss, and so I thought I wanted to try and draw that. So what I did was I thought about this a lot. I came up with several concepts, one of which was just a question mark inside a person's head, or just an empty head, or a lot of different things. But as you can see, I ended up coming up with this concept where there was a lot of light in a ring on the forehead. So basically that light represents the emptiness inside my head, which is why it's white. And then I came up with the hair and stuff like that based on a few hairdos that I had seen around the internet. So that is one way to do it. So come up with a concept based on something that you've seen or experienced, a basic idea, and try to challenge yourself to actually execute it and see how far you can take it. Ask yourself questions like, what kind of perspective, what do you want to represent, the mood, the vibe, the setting, colors. You know, ask yourself those questions and try to do it. It's a really good challenge, even if the piece doesn't turn out good. The last thing I do, the very last thing I do, is to just doodle. Sometimes I just doodle some shape and then see where it takes me. Sometimes it's weird creatures, sometimes it's just shapes, sometimes it's nothing at all. Sometimes I just draw hearts for hours, or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and nothing else happens, but I'm drawing, and that's really, really important, because one moment or another you are going to come up with something. Those were all my tips for you today. I hope you can use them for something. This is my final UniOwl piece, and I hope you guys really liked it. If you did, leave a comment below, and also if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and I will try to do my best to make a video about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!